Hey guys, welcome to a new episode of the UX Clinic. We have a special treat for you today. It's the last episode of our first season. And just before we start, I'd like to remind you you can check great content at theuxconnect.com. The design team has been working on infographics, full reports in each test case or study case, and you can download or buy now for $9.99. No, I'm kidding. It's for free at theuxconnect.com. You can get all the episodes on demand now. And as soon as we finish today, you can have access to this video too. So anyway, my name is Jorge Simons. I'll be your awesome and amazing host as always. And let me introduce first our design team, starting with the queen of all the UX Clinic, Marisol, joining us from another continent. Welcome.
Hey guys, good morning there. And here, good evening. So yeah, I'm really excited to be here. This last 6 months went by super fast, but it's nice to wrap up with this first episode with an in-house product. So I'm excited to start talking about it.
Let's say we're taking it home today. Next up is Diana. She's been on vacation for several years, I think. We haven't seen her around. Now she's here. Welcome, Diana.
Thank you, Jorge. Hello, everybody. I'm very happy to be here in the season finale. I missed the last two episodes, but I'm very excited to show you what we got for this episode today. So thanks for watching.
And Miguel is, let's say he's a runner-up because he hasn't been around much, but we have shackled him to the desk, and now he's here forever. Hello, Miguel.
Oh.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Jorge. I'm really glad to be here and excited to present this last episode of the season. And let's do this.
Our special guests today are Matt Perez, he's the COO at Nearsoft, and Hector Benitez, lead developer of Planning Poker for Hangouts. So I'm going to let you guys talk about the app, and who are you guys? How are you doing?
Hi, my name is Matt Perez, as Jorge said, and a little bit about the app is we actually, Hector, who's going to talk in a second, came up with it on his own. It's based on Planning Poker. It's Planning Poker for Hangouts, based on Planning Poker, which is a term coined by Mountain Goat Software. And it's a way of doing distributed planning, or having planning done with a team of people. And it's a lot more accurate that way. It's consensus-based, a lot more accurate, and it's actually fun to do. Normally you do it with physical paper cards, and what Hector figured we could do is do it over Hangout so that a distributed team could do it as well.
Hey, Hector, how did the idea come up? I'm sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi everyone. Well, yeah, when we are working in development teams, we need to make estimations, and these estimations sometimes are affected by other people's estimations. And in the Planning Poker for Hangouts tool, each participant make their own choice in their own screen, and when everyone it's ready, the results are revealed at the same time, and this way you can get a better idea what the people are thinking.
So we could say it's a tool to reach consensus among a team in a software development project. I want to thank you for being here today and just hang on to us for the next 10 to 15 minutes so we can get your feedback. It's really important to us. And I'm going to jump right in with the first question of every episode this season, which is, guys, why did you choose this design method, usability testing, and Elito method?
Yeah, the reason why we chose usability testing is because, well, this is an app that is already out there, and we wanted to see people using it in context. So we recruited a bunch of people, we did this testing, and then after we finished all the tests and gathering all the information, we wanted to have a tool that could help us organize all the information and all the insights, and help us work through the process of coming up with the new design ideas.
Yeah, we conducted, as Marisol said, 3 different sessions with the 6 potential users, and we got a lot of insights from our usability test. And then we took all these insights and this information and put it into a little method. And we translate all these observations and the judgments and values into a new concept and sketch ideas that we are going to present today to you guys.
So we can think of Elite Method as a matrix containing all the information, sort of a way to sort out events in a session. How does this method differ from, let's say, an affinity diagram that you guys have talked about in previous episodes?
Yeah, so when we did the usability tests, we gave the users a set of tasks. So like they have to go through the whole process of installing Planning Poker for Hangouts. And so we gather all these different observations and the different issues that they have while using the app. And then the difference from the affinity diagram that we talked before is that we work on a linear way. So we create this matrix, but we do it from left to right, and it's like not that much about hierarchy and coming up with the new design concepts for an app that it's about to launch or it's going to change drastically. But this is more like to talk and to work around small issues and how to solve each one of them. So when we talk about the observations and then we move to the right to talk about the judgments, it was like we start to think about how those observations or how those issues translated into what's the user experiencing or why is that user having this issue. And then we move forward to the right and think about values. So what is at stake when the user has this issue? So what will be the possible consequences if this keeps happening? And then from the judgments and values, we could figure out, we can start brainstorming different concepts and sketches and design ideas. So we will have a wide variety of different ideas, and then from those we were able to pick the ones that we think really solve the whole issue from the observation, judgment, and value.
So take us there. Take us to the issues.
Yeah, the most important key issues that we found are the inconsistency on installation process. We saw the users having a problem trying to install the application. They thought they were going to download a file and then install it, but instead of that, they just clicked on the button to install the application, and Hangout window came out, and we're kind of confused about where's my file to download and install. And another one, once they were in the Planning Poker Hangout, they had trouble trying to figure it out which card deck they were going to use, because one user could select one card deck and the other another, and that will have trouble at the moment of estimation. And another one is unclear feedback on player status, in which each user didn't know what the other user were doing, and they did spend a lot of time trying to figure out if the other were ready or if he has to take a break, and they had to ask each other instead of just knowing what the other is doing. And the last one is I need a break button, in which here it was kind of confusing for the users because they clicked it and nothing happened at all until you click the other button who was I'm ready. So they had to make 2 clicks for this button to work.
Yeah, and also I would like to add during the test, especially the part that Miguel explained, that is unclear feedback on players' status. It was very frustrating for me as observer to see the users asking themselves if they are ready, if they click the button, if they are using the same set of cards. And it was like, oh my God, I can imagine how they feel asking that, and if I am as observer a little frustrated, I can imagine how they feel during the session. And this is something that the app should be able to give them as users, give them the feedback, give them the information if they are ready or not. So this is a main key issues that we found during the test.
So it seems like there's a an opportunity here to lighten the load of the user understanding the app so they can actually spend the 100% of the time, or 100% of the time, sorry, actually estimating the software project instead of failing to communicate through the app, right? Um,
Yeah, actually, sorry, Jorge, but yeah,
mhm.
actually, some users told us during the test that they were spending more time trying to figure out or understand how the app works instead of using the physical cards. So it was a huge statement during the test, and this is important for all the planning poker for Hangouts.
And how can you tackle these issues? Is there a quick way, or how do you guys figure it out?
Yeah, I mean, most of the design ideas that we came up with, they're pretty simple because, I mean, like in general, the app is pretty simple and pretty straightforward in how it works. So they're just, this is like the recommendations that we're about to give, they're just very quick fix, we think. So it just gonna make it better. So for the first issue that we found, that it was that Miguel talked about the inconsistency on the installation process, we realized that the mental model that users have right now, when you tell them that they're going to install something, is that they're going to click a button and something is going to download a file that they are going to install, and then they're going to double click it, and then they have to go through um, through the process of installing the app, and then it will work. So this we realize that this is more like a language issue. So the type of words that we are using on the landing page, they might need to be changed. So for example, one of the users said, like, at first I didn't realize I needed to give permission to the app. Finally, after 5 or 10 seconds, I saw a tiny message asking me to give permission. So this happened already on the Hangout window. And the way it works is that you have to access a landing page and then click a button, and then it will load a Hangout window, but they never knew that that was going to happen because the instructions for doing so, they were very small and they didn't really read it. So what we are proposing here is to make it more obvious and just to give them, and as you can see hopefully on the slides, is that we are proposing to give them the process of what's going to happen. They don't really have to do that much, but at least they this way they will know what to expect, and then that way it will make their the process seamlessly.
Yeah, for the other key issues that we found, there is the card deck selection that I talked about before. Uh, we came up with a simple solution, as Marisol said. The key issues are very simple to solve. And we are proposing to create a setup before the session starts. So before the session, the first user that starts the Hangout should be able to select the card sets. For example, if they want to estimate using the t-shirts or the Fibonacci, they will select, and then the planning poker starts. So in this way, we solve the problem of the card selection. And all the users in the Hangout will be estimating using the same set of cards. And simple like that.
And we also have feedback on player status. And we are trying to improve that feedback by showing some icons on the behavior or the action that the users are performing in the application. For example, if the user is ready, we're going to present a checkup icon for that. And if they want to take a break, we're going to present an icon that has a cup of coffee. And if you're waiting for the user, you'll see the little clock that you're waiting, and that will save a lot of time and effort in this estimation.
Yeah, and for the asking for a break a button, that it was uh, very confusing during the test, and for us as the team too. We are proposing something very simple. We want to reduce the two steps buttons into a one. So the user click and I need a break, and that's it. The icon into next to the name of the user will appear with a small I don't know, I think it's a wine of glass or something like that, and that's it. They don't need to press I need a break and then I'm ready. So with this proposal, we are going to solve the confusion about what the button does, or what it should do for during the app.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not an alcoholic, but I'm pretty sure that's a martini. Yeah, maybe I want one right now. I'm kidding. So minor fixes can make a great difference, I think, seeing this, what you're showing us. But let's jump into the user suggestions, which is cool because it comes directly from the source.
Exactly. So these suggestions, there were a lot of them, but these were the main four suggestions that were more recurrent among all the users, and we wanted to put this here and not really come up with any design idea or anything, because we just wanted for you to have it as or to consider it if you want to expand the app. So some of the users said that they would like to have a timer to really get that gut feeling from people. So maybe like one of the users said, like maybe when the first person makes a decision, maybe you have like 15 seconds left to make your own decision, and that will make it more dynamic, and then they will feel like it feels more like a game. Then the second suggestion was about having a record of final decisions. So here they said that sometimes when they are planning a new sprint, there's a lot of rounds. So they will have to keep track of each one of the rounds by hand, probably. So they would like to have like a record of all the final decisions of each round. So I don't know how that will actually happen, but that's something that they told us, that that we thought that it was really interesting. And I don't know if anyone wants to jump in on the third one.
Another important thing that the user said is that they want to change a card back when they estimate. For example, if they don't feel like that's the right point that they want to show, they want to go back, and that's something that they couldn't. And most of the users were very frustrated about that. So they mentioned us that it will be very nice to have a feature for planning poker hangouts. And we have another one that is explanation about planning poker as an activity. We're trying to, well, they were saying us that it will be nice to have a section of what exactly is planning poker and how it's played, and I don't know, showing steps or all the kinds of estimation that you could perform in planning poker.
Yeah, and why they should, if they are not using planning pocket for do estimation, then why they should be doing that. And it will be great if we add maybe in the landing page a paragraph or an explanation why planning poker should be part of their future estimations.
Yeah, we were thinking maybe it could be like also on the landing page, it could be like a link to a blog post. So in case that you wanna keep digging what is planning poker and you don't really know a lot about it, you can choose to do so.
So that's it. And the takeaways?
Yeah. So
By the way, I'm sorry to interrupt, but these are famous now because we do a takeaways after each episode. This is like the last portion of information.
Exactly. So this is a way to summarize the whole set of design ideas that we have, and kind of like tell you what or how and why we thought about them. So the first one is decrease the it's in order to decrease the cognitive load to facilitate task completion. That's why we are suggesting to do things such as selecting the type of cards, the deck of cards that they were going to use at the beginning, because the issue was that any user could select a different type of card. And if Diana and I were playing, and I chose, let's say, the T-shirt set of cards, and then she was using Fibonacci, we might not know that we were using different set of cards, because there was no feedback from the app, or there was no like it
Marisol is
wouldn't
losing her
switch.
connection.
Oh,
Yeah.
am
Can
I
you
back?
just repeat the second part, the provide feedback?
Yeah, so when you provide feedback, so when we were using different set of cards, the app wouldn't provide you feedback on that, and we might using different types of estimation, so that brought some issues with it. So, and then when they didn't know that if a user was ready to play or not, they will have to ask each other. So there was a lot of like verbal communication that it wasn't related to the task planning or the planning of the sprint. So this is where we're talking about decreasing cognitive load to make it as fast and easy as playing with the physical cards. And then the second issue is, or the second takeaway is about providing feedback at all times. Using clear language. So in this case, we're talking about when the players didn't know if the other player was ready to play or not. So just giving them feedback through the icons, as Miguel said. And then the third one is about error prevention and error recovery. So this is mainly talking about the landing page and being very clear about this is not your typical installation process. You are like adding planning poker for Hangouts on Hangouts. So you will be directed to the Hangouts screen, and then you will do the whole process. So that way they won't feel confused about the whole process.
I know it's not fair for you guys, Matt and Hector, because it's a lot of information and a lot of suggestions, but we really need your feedback, and my question would be, do you think this could happen for a next design iteration for planning poker for Hangouts? Let's start with Matt and then Hector, if it's okay with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these things, like Diana said and the other guy said, are pretty simple and would make a big difference. I do have a couple of questions. If you can go back a couple of slides about the suggestions that people made directly. One more. There you go. The ability to change decision switch cards, and I understand after you guys decided. The record of final decisions, for example, is in the roadmap already. It's a matter of finding time to do it. And the one that surprised me the most is number 4, because I assumed that that if people are using playing poker, they know what it was, and playing poker for Hangouts, same thing. So, but that's good to know.
Yeah. I think in that specific point, some of them have used planning poker before in the past, but some of them, they didn't know that they were like different types of card decks or set of cards. So they were like surprised about it, and they were like, where can I know more about this? Like, is there a place that I can get more information about this? So I think that was what they were talking about.
Okay. Hector? Yeah.
Well, awesome. Great feedback. I don't know. We need to think about it and talk what of these suggestions we can make and what we can't. But great. Thank you very much. Very appreciated.
No, thank you. Thank you for your time and for, I don't know if this word exists, but your openness, I guess, for being open to suggestions and being there for us too. I'd like to sign a contract right now before we go, which is we were discussing in the rehearsals that design is an iterative process and it's an eternal, let's say, dream, not nightmare, of making things better and better and better. So if you guys put this to work, could we have you in the second season of the UX Clinic? Is that okay with you? If you say
Sure.
yes, then you're committed to this.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can close the next season.
Oh, that would be
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
So anyway, before reminding you about the page and saying goodbye till January, because we're taking a month to plan big things for next year, is there anything else? Anything else the guys want to say? The design team? Any final message from your heart to the?
I would like to thank all our participants during all the season. They were great, and we appreciated your time. So thanks.
Yeah, I'm just put on my party hat, just because I'm really. Oh, I see some party classes going on there too. Nice. Yeah, I just want to thank all of the case studies that participating throughout these 6 months. We learned a lot. There was like a great variety of different apps and websites, and we just had a blast working with you guys, and you were so great with us. Also, I want to thank everyone, each and every one of the people that were participants in our workshops or in our usability testing sessions, and like giving us a little piece of your time to give us great feedback. And so that's just great. And also, finally, I'm gonna stop talking soon, but I just want to thank all of and everyone in our team that make this possible. You're just great. I mean, it's just awesome to collaborate with you, and just to find always very open to every suggestion, and to learn new things and try out different methods. It's just great. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Miguel. Misael, that is not here right now, but he's probably watching us, and Arturo, that he's never been in any of the episodes, but he has been working actively lately. So thank you all, and especially to Jorge and Bani and Fausto, that are not specifically working in design, but you are part of the design process of the UX Clinic as well. So thank you so much.
We were gonna have a credits roll, but now we're canceling that because you said all the names already. So anyway, remember you can apply for the UX Clinic at the uxclinic.com, or send us a line uxclinic@nearsf.com. I'm just excited. And great shout out to Bani, who's always in the production side of things, making things happen. And this is exciting, but we're closing the first season of the UX Clinic, and we'll see you in around 6 or 7 weeks for the second season. Thank you, Matt and Hector, especially for being our guests today. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Merry Christmas.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Happy
Happy
holidays.
Happy
holidays.
holidays.
Bye.
Bye.